that is period T1 over 2 pi, and then the square root of mass over constant. And then we have been given the constant, which is force over displacement, and then they are saying drive it using dimension analysis. So I'm going to follow the steps which the tutor he was using also. Yeah. So we are going to say period, which is T, the same as varies, and then you get T. So bear in mind to say that you are not supposed to get this constant. You are supposed to get these values that are given in this square root. So that is the mass. And then it should be raised to any letter of your choice, which is the x. And then also that is the k, which is the ky. So what I'm going to do there, I'm going to introduce the equal sign, and then I'm going to introduce k, which is the constant also. So that is the t is equals to k mx k square is like that also. Now this is period also, and then the SI unit for period, that is the seconds also. So I'm going to do t, and then the SI unit, that is the second. Now the lecturer or the tutor said to say that this S means for what? T, for time. So I'm going to write T, capital letter T also. And then there we are adding, this is mass, it's SI unit, that is the kg. Also. And then if you look at the kg, that is mass also. So I'm going to write capital letter M. And then from there we have been given the what? The value of K, or the formula for K, where we are going to drive the what? The SI unit also. So that is K is equals to force. The SI unit for force, that is Newton also. So that is Newton over. This is displacement, and displacement is SI unit, that is meters. That is small letter M. And then bear in mind to say that Newton, that is force, which is force is equals to mass times what? A. And then that mass is measured in what? Kgs. And then that one is meters per second square. So meaning on top there I'm adding K is equals to what? Kg M square root of that one also.
Yes.
Over M. Now there is division also. So what you are going to do is that you are going to cancel out that M like that also. So meaning you are going to remain with the kg, and then that is what? Like that also. And then from there we are going to put the whatever, that is mass, which is M also. And then S stands for what? Time. And then from there, what you are going to do is that you are going to do what? To replace from the original formula. That is T, meaning what? T is equals to constant. And then M, what is M? Capital letter M also. Raised to power X. And then constant, you are going to obtain those values that you have put. That is the M. And then from there, bear in mind to say that you are having what? Y. So you are going to put it brackets, and then you write Y. So that is T is equals to K mx. Now bear in mind to say that under laws of indices, it means that this one is scattering for everything inside also. So that is y times m, that is my also. My. And then that side, that is y times -2, which is t -2, like that also. Now what you are going to do is that you correct like terms. In this case, we are having like terms. Now meaning under laws of indices, here means it means that this is the multiplication symbol also. Yes. So you are going to add the powers, which is t is equals to k m x plus what? letter, it means that it has a power which is 1 also.
Yes.
So that is t to the power 1 is equals to t negative 2y like that. Now bear in mind to say that under laws of indices, if the bases are the same equal to the what? The powers. That is 1 is equals to negative 2y.
Y.
Now from there we are going to obtain the value of what? Y, or we make y the subject of the formula. Meaning we are going to divide by what? Negative 2 over what? Negative 2. So your value of y that is. Bear in mind to say that you are not supposed to leave the what? The negative. You know why? You have to write negative 1 over what? 2. So this is the value of y. Any question so far?
So you see, we can't feel one much in vain, right? I didn't play for it.
Yes. I'm not getting you. Be louder. What? What's your question?
Square root talapisha, hasa mtaja wao.
Okay, so we proceed. So now from there we are going to equate that is m. Also, to find the value of x.
That's what I'm.
Now we are going to say that if you are not adding any value to this side, it means that the value that you are going to put on the letter, it should be raised to power 0. Because any letter or any number raised to power 0, that is what? 1. So that is the m to power 0 is equals to what? M x plus what? That is 0 is equals to x plus y. And then there I have found the what? The value of y. So just replace to find the value of what? X. That is 0 is equals to x plus negative 1 over 2. No, so that is 0 is equals to x. Positive that negative?
Negative.
That is negative 1 over 2. So what you're going to do is that you're going to correct like them. Also, ama numbers z. Okay, so what you're going to do so your value that is what? X. 1 over what? 1 over 2, that is the value of x. Any questions so far? Any question? Okay. With square root. Just wait.
No, wait, out. Imagine the question that was given, 1 over pi times the square root of m over k. It was not there. You get? So it's like the square root is going to come from the values that you are going to find. You get that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a square root. So 8.
And why did we? Okay, so let me do this. If you are having 2x over 2x, what are you going to do? Are we not supposed to cancel? That is the way I did apart. No, so. Is that clear? So we proceed. We find. So what you are going to do is that
That's much
you are now going to get the what? The original what?
The lecture.
Equation that you made
Oh, you know him.
and replace the
Pretty
values
much.
apart x wala equal alpha. So that is
Oh, so
period
it's your
is
friend.
equals to constant and then m. What is x? 1 over 2. And then k, which is what? Y that is negative 1 over 2. So what you are going to do is that you are going to rewrite that is t is equals to k. Now, bear in mind to say that the way the lecturer says or the tutor is that. So, if you are having something like that, m in the power of that you are going to introduce the square root. Also, so I'm going to introduce the square root of what? M. And then that side, I'm also going to introduce what? T square root of what? T? K. To the power what? T? Negative what? Negative 1. So that is it. T is equals to K square root of M multiplication. So to kill this negative, you have to do 1 over square root of K. Now from there, you see, these things times what? T. What you are getting, that is T. And then from there, what you are going to do is that you are going to write that is T is equals to constant, and then that one it means that M over K. Now, the one who was asking the question, this constant means 1 over 2 pi, like that. See, square root of what? M.